Let's move on to Sudden Substitution. This is our new segment where we take a expensive EDH card and give you some affordable replacements. It can be pretty difficult these days to get some of these spiking cards, and Worldly Tutor really fits that bill. I mean, Worldly Tutor is great. It's a 1-mana instant tutor to the top of your deck for a creature. It's a very powerful card. However, it's also spiked up. It's something like $50 right now. So if you're somebody who wants that kind of effect in your deck, but you cannot afford a $50 Worldly Tutor, we have some budget suggestions for you. Jason, why don't you go ahead and take the first one?
So a card I really like as a replacement for this is a card that doesn't really function like Worldly Tutor all the time, but it has the same mana cost. It's a card called Traverse the Ulvenwald from Shadows over Innistrad. Early in the game, when you don't have Delirium, you basically just search your library for a basic land card for 1 mana, so it's like a Lay of the Land or whatever.
Yeah.
But then when you have Delirium, which there are 4 or more different types among Magic cards, you got like a creature, instant, sorcery, artifact in your yard. Then all of a sudden, Traverse turns into a card where you search your library for a creature, reveal it, and put it in your hand, not on top of your library. So it's actually, it functions a little bit better than Worldly Tutor, except in like a deck like Mayel or something when you would want to put it on top.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's hard for any deck to hit Delirium relatively easily. You just...
Commander, yeah.
Yeah, I
Easy.
mean,
you crack a land. You...
Sakura Tribe-Elder. Like, green gives you a lot of chances early in the game to put stuff in. So, like, if you're going to, like, turn 1 tutor for a Birds of Paradise, yeah, Worldly Tutor's better. But for the most part, you're trying to get some high-impact mid-game. Delirium's pretty easy to get. And I think putting the card in your hand where someone can't mill it off the top, which is something I really love to do to people. I love it when you play a Worldly Tutor and then I somehow, like... use a card that lets me play the top card of your library, or like put it in your graveyard or something like that. I just love messing with people.
I've had a lot of games with Emily where she plays Mesmeric Orb in her Phoenix deck, and people will just be like, "Oh, end of turn, Vamp Tutor from a thick." Oh,
oops.
Oh,
rip.
Okay.
Yeah. Best part of Traverse the Ulvenwald, $3. DJ, what do you got?
So, like, so let me Mind's Dilation you because you played Worldly Tutor, I guess.
Yep. I went in the opposite direction, and by opposite direction, I mean I picked a 6-mana card, which is
okay,
a little up there, but I think this
similar to Worldly Tutor in that regard.
There's a reason Worldly Tutor got bought out. It's a very good card.
There's a lot of different things about this card, but it's one I don't think is on a lot of people's radar. It's Brutalizer Exarch from New Phyrexia. This is a card that it's a 6-mana 3/3. So Brutalizer Exarch comes with a choice. You can either search your library for a creature and put it on top, just like Worldly Tutor, or you can target a non-creature permanent and put it on the bottom of somebody's library. And that means you can tuck Gaia's Cradles, you can tuck Cabal Coffers, and that's sometimes just better than destroying it. I mean, you can Life Loam something, you can Splendid Reclamation that thing back, but Brutalizer Exarch is a very easy and versatile way to just tuck problematic permanents while also being a functional Worldly Tutor. It is 6 mana, but I mean, creatures are a lot easier to put into play than you think.
It's 6 mana and like 60 cents. If you don't have a Worldly Tutor, it's a great option. I'll follow up here. I'm going to start with Eladamri's Call. This is a green-white card, but it is 2, and it puts a creature directly into your hand. So a lot of green decks that want a Worldly Tutor effect typically play white anyway, so it's pretty reasonable in that sense, and it's really an incredible card for what it does. 2 mana straight to your hand. Don't have to get it milled, don't have to get it Mind Dilation, any of that stuff. But if you need to keep it mono green, I have an option as well. Fierce Empath. 3 mana, 1/1. But when it's a battlefield, you can search your library for a creature with CMC 6 or greater, put it straight into your hand. So you'll notice kind of a theme. A lot of these go straight to your hand. So you are giving something up. It's not instant speed, it's not 1 mana, but you're getting something in return, and that they're a little more powerful, or in the case of Brutalizer Exarch, have a lot of flexibility attached to them. So there you go, everybody. If you're looking for a substitution for a $50 Worldly Tutor, check him out.